Devil's scar. Devil had a large scar on his right forearm from a bicycle accident when he was 18. The accident happened because Devil fell asleep on his bike. During his first year of junior college in Laguna, he worked the graveyard shift at Ralph's. He finished school at 4 p.m., biked to work, and stole one of the pre-made sandwiches from the deli section. Because Devil could not afford the measly 20% employee discount, he felt justified in doing so. He bagged until the store closed at midnight, stocked shelves until 2 a.m., then biked home, slept until 7, and did it all again. The night of the accident, he replenished cereal and stocked soup cans, while Jefferson's Starship played on the store's sound system. The fluorescent lights burned his eyes. By the time he got on his bike, it was 2:15. Devil blinked and inhaled the warm night air. He just had to keep moving his legs, keep pedaling, and he would soon be home. Palm trees waved before his eyes. A girl from his English class led him down a familiar hallway, past his mother, and into his room. Devil wondered what his mother was doing in his house, and why she was wearing one of his work t-shirts. "My mother's in Lima," he tried to explain to the girl, who shook her head and peeled off her t-shirt. Devil awoke in the bushes. Several yards away, his bike lay upside down, one wheel spinning. He stood up, testing his legs under him. No broken bones. After hauling his bike out of the bushes, he carried it back up to the road. In the lamplight, he examined his arm. A long gash cut down to the fat, and blood pooled inside the wound. He hauled himself back onto his bike and pedaled toward the hospital. At dawn, he arrived home, his arm stitched and bandaged. He had just closed his eyes to sleep when his mother called. Forgetting the 2-hour time difference between California and Lima, she always called Devil at dawn. "You sound tired," she remarked. "I sound tired because I am tired. I had an accident last night that kept me up late." "What kind of accident?" "I had a bike accident, but I'm fine. I stopped by the hospital on my way home and took care of it." "Did you hurt yourself?" Sometimes he wondered if his mother was actually listening to his words. "Yes, I hurt myself. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone to the hospital, would I?" His mother's silence had the flavor of an appeal to Jesus. "I scraped my knee, cut my arm, I got a few stitches," he explained. "It's really not a big deal, Ma." "Would you have even told me if I hadn't called?" Devil thought for a moment. "Probably not," he said. "How am I supposed to know you're okay if you don't tell me the things that happened to you?" "Ma, what was I supposed to do? Call you long distance from the hospital? You're not here, so there's no point in telling you. Believe me, if I thought you could help me with anything, I'd tell you." He could hear his mother begin to cry on the line. Devil leaned his head against the wall and wiggled the fingers of his bandaged arm, which made the cut sting. "Please, don't cry, Ma." Silence. "Ma, I don't want to worry you. The incident happened, I took care of it, and I am fine. If there's ever a time when I'm not okay, I will tell you, all right? Promise me." "Okay, I promise. If it's possible for me to tell you, I will. If I get hit by a bus and die instantly, it might be tough for me to tell you about that." His mother was silent. "Come on, Ma, it was a joke." "Your jokes aren't funny," his mother finally said. Devil plays ping pong. Devil enjoyed ping pong. It was a sport that required a combination of intensity and nonchalance, which he appreciated. He and his buddy Jeff found a bar in the Mission with a ping pong table, and occasionally they stopped off after work. A beer and a few rallies, followed by a quick game to 21, usually did the trick. As he played, the post-work tension ebbed away. Driving home, he stretched his arms out on the steering wheel. He felt good. He felt the way he did after a workout, or after sex, almost. Devil bought a ping pong table and set it up on one side of the living room where it fit comfortably. He pushed the table up against one wall and played for a while that way, but soon grew bored of the wall's predictable returns. The woman he'd been seeing spent the night Friday, and before she left in the morning, he convinced her to try a quick rally. Unfortunately, ping pong was not her strong suit. She could barely return an easy hit, and if Devil played at his usual pace, she was lost. She was only slightly more satisfying than the wall. After a particularly frustrating game during which she repeatedly missed the ball, he stopped calling her. He met another girl, Trish, at a noisy bar in the financial district crowded with the after-work set. "Do you by any chance play ping pong?" he shouted into her ear. "I love it," she shouted back. She was attractive enough, but Devil took her home largely because of the ping pong. With Trish, the ping pong was outstanding. She played cleanly and simply, and her shots were fast and precise and kissed the net. She swore when she missed a return and laughed and hooted when she scored. With her, he could use his trick shots. Sometimes she was even able to beat him, which he found he enjoyed. Devil continued seeing her for several months. There was never much connection except at the ping pong table, but she was such a satisfying partner, he found he could overlook the rest. Finally, she ended it, citing the lack of connection. The other side of the table was empty again, and Devil pushed it back to the wall so he could rally. After a dull week of playing against the wall, he threw the table out. The only flaw of this game was that he could not play it alone. Thank you.